So we have already gone through the topic that is related to continuous charge distribution. Now today we are going to discuss about properties of electric field lines, or rather you can say characteristic of electric field lines. Today we will discuss about characteristic of electric field lines. What is basically electric field line is? We have discussed this topic a little bit earlier also, that suppose we have positive charge centered at this point, and if I draw field lines of this positive charge, they will be this way, lines that is moving outward from this positive charge. Similarly, if we have negative charge, then electric field lines are this continuous line, those are inward, we can say like this way. What does it indicate? It indicates that if I place a point test charge Q0 over here, then it will follow this path. So electric field lines are nothing else but what? Electric field lines are nothing else but they are path that is being followed by positive charge in given space. Electric field lines are nothing else but they are continuous curve, and what they represent? They represent the path that is being followed by a positive charge in given space. Now, this is about the definition of electric field lines. Electric field lines are nothing else but what? They are continuous curves or the path which is followed by a positive charge. The first characteristic of electric field line is that electric field lines originate from positive charge. Electric field lines originate from positive charge and terminate on nearest negative charge. Electric field lines, they originate from positive charge and they terminate on nearest negative charge. Suppose these are the charge distribution around. Say it is a dipole. There is one positive charge and one negative charge. The electric field line will originate from this positive charge and will terminate on the nearest negative charge. So electric field lines will follow this kind of trajectories. This represent nothing else but what? Electric field lines. They are continuous curves which is followed by a positive test positive charge. If I place a positive charge over here Q0, it will get repelled from this positive charge, it will get attracted from this negative charge, it will follow this kind of continuous curve and it will move towards negative charge. So this path which is followed by this test charge is known as electric field line. So first point, they originate from positive charge and they terminate on nearest negative charge. Electric field line will give you an idea about direction of electric field at each and every point. How they give out that idea? It says that tangent that is drawn at any point on electric field line, tangent drawn at any point on electric field line gives the direction of electric field at that point. Tangent that is being drawn at any point on electric field line will give you a direction of electric field at that point. Suppose there is a continuous curve which is representing electric field line. If I have this point A and point B and I want to know what is the direction of electric field at point A, I will simply draw a tangent at point A. So this will give me a direction of electric field at point A. If I draw a tangent at this point B, it will give me that when you draw tangent at any point on electric field line, it gives you direction of electric field at that particular point. Moving on, now the third point that is related to electric field line is that it says that electric field lines never intersect each other. These electric field lines will never intersect each other. Suppose you are having these electric field lines like this way, and suppose that they are intersecting at this point A, then what will happen? There are two possibilities of tangent. One tangent drawn considering this electric field line, and second tangent is drawn considering this second field line. So possibly you will have two directions of electric field at same point, and it is not possible. See, at every point in space there is a unique value, there is a singular value of electric field with respect to its magnitude and direction as well. So you cannot have two values or two directions of electric field at same point. So this is incorrect. We cannot have this kind of distribution where electric field lines are intersecting with each other. Then the fourth point related to electric field line is that these points, they are related to direction. Now we discuss the points that are related to magnitude. It says that number of field lines which are passing normally through unit area, number of field lines which are passing through unit area is proportional to intensity of electric field. Number of field lines which are passing through unit area is proportional to intensity of electric field. So suppose we are having this kind of electric fields, then you have to plot two unit areas. So this is unit area A, this one is unit area B. As you can see clearly over here, the number of field lines that are passing through area A is very much less, and number of field lines which are passing through this area B are very large. In this region A, electric field lines are less dense, whereas in this region B, electric field lines are more dense, they are more close to each other. What does it indicate? That field line density at B is larger, field line density is smaller. It indicates that magnitude of electric field at B is greater than magnitude of electric field at A. So how you get an idea about the magnitude of electric field? If you want to get an idea about magnitude of electric field, then you can say that a region where electric field lines are more dense, they represent more intense electric field, and where there is less density of electric field line, it indicates a smaller values of electric field. So these are the 4 points. After that we have 2 more points which represents the characteristic of electric field line. Point number 5 over here. Point number 5 over here. It represents that uniform electric field is represented by parallel equidistant field lines. suppose you are having this parallel equidistant field line. This is a distribution of parallel field lines which are at equal distance from each other. What does it indicate? If you have two regions, density at every point is same, it indicates that magnitude of electric field at every point is same. One more thing, direction of electric field is also same. We have used several times this kind of distribution or this kind of representation of electric field. So parallel and equidistant field line, they represent what? They represent uniform electric field. Now 6th point, that electric field line due to static charge distribution, electric field lines due to static charge distribution never forms closed loops. Electric field lines due to static charge distribution never form closed loop. You cannot have this kind of electric field lines due to static charge distribution. It is not possible. If your four charges are at rest and they are producing electric field, you will never have such arrangement of electric field where they form closed loop. So this is not possible. So these were the 6 points related to characteristic of electric field line. First point is electric field lines they originate from positive charge and terminate on nearest negative charge. The second point that we have discussed regarding electric field is that a tangent drawn at any point on electric field line gives you the direction of electric field at that point. Third point, no two electric field line can ever intersect each other, because if they intersect, there will be two possible directions of electric field, and that is not in accordance with the definition of electric field. Then the fourth point that we have discussed, that density of electric field lines through given region gives you an idea of intensity of electric field at that point. So more is the dense, larger the value of electric field. If density is lesser, we can say that electric field over there is probably weaker. Uniform electric field, they can be represented using equidistant and parallel lines. This is the way of representing uniform electric field. And final point, that the electric field lines due to static charge distribution, they never form closed loop. So this one is also very important point. So these are 6 points. You will have number of multiple choice questions related to this topic in your competitive exam. So this is a very basic topic, you have to go through this. Now the next topic is also very important topic. The next topic that we are going to discuss is also very important topic for जो है इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स, generally represented by phi. The next topic that we are going to start right now is electric flux, and it is being represented by phi. What we mean by flux? Flux is nothing else but amount that is passing through given area. In fluid mechanics, in our standard you have already discussed volume flux and mass flux. Volume flux means amount of volume that is passing through area. Mass flux, amount of mass that is passing through area. Over here it is electric flux. By definition you can say that number of field lines which are passing normally through given area or surface, number of field lines passing normally through given area is nothing else but electric flux linked with that area. Number of field lines which are passing normally through given area is electric flux linked with that area. Suppose that you are having this area is say A. Now for this area it is being represented by say area vector A. This is area vector A. This is the open surface. So for open surface area vector is always outward normal. ओपन सरफेस के लिए जो एरिया वेक्टर है उसका डायरेक्शन हमेशा क्या होगा? आउटवर्ड नॉर्मल. इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड विल बी इक्वल टू दिस एरिया. एंड इन दिस रीजन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज गिवन बाय से वेक्टर E. Over here electric field is given by vector E such that angle between E and A is equal to theta. Angle between E and A is what? It is equal to theta. So how to find out the number of field lines which are passing through this given area? For that we use the characteristic of electric field line. We have already discussed that suppose you are having a area and there is electric field line over here, then number of electric field lines passing through unit area. Suppose this unit area 1 meter square. So number of electric field lines passing through unit area is proportional to intensity of electric field. So number of field lines passing through unit area is equal to some constant into E, and over there I will consider my constant as what? Say unity. So number of field lines that are passing through unit area will be exactly equal to E. ये हमारे पास ऑलरेडी प्रॉपर्टी में हमने पढ़ा था कि नंबर ऑफ फील्ड लाइंस व्हिच आर पासिंग थ्रू यूनिट एरिया इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. सो नंबर ऑफ फील्ड लाइंस व्हिच आर पासिंग थ्रू यूनिट एरिया मतलब 1 meter square area is equal to E if I consider constant of proportionality to equal to 1. So if this entire area is A, then number of field lines that are passing through this entire area will be given as E into A. Now it is quite clear. 1 meter square में से अगर E जितने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस पास हो रहे हैं तो A एरिया में से कितने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस पास होंगे? They will be equal to E into A. So over here now in this situation where E and A are not along same direction, or in other words electric field is not normal to given surface. अगर normal नहीं है तो क्या करेंगे? हमें तो सिर्फ कौन सा चाहिए? passing normally through given area. तो हम क्या करेंगे? E का एक component लेंगे that is normal to surface, and that component will be what? That component will be E cos theta. मतलब कि अब ये जो हमारा सरफेस है इस सरफेस में से जो टोटल फील्ड लाइंस बाहर आ रहे हैं वो टोटल फील्ड लाइंस नॉर्मली जो बाहर आ रहे हैं they will be equal to E cos theta, and therefore in this situation flux that is linked with this surface will be given as E cos theta into A, or in other words it is EA cos theta. This is the flux that is linked with given surface. So therefore the flux linked with this surface is equal to vector E dot A. The flux that is linked with given surface is given as vector E dot A. E dot A is nothing as but what? It is equal to EA cos theta. अब यहाँ से एक चीज और क्लियर हो रही है कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड E जो है it is a vector quantity. Area vector A is also a vector quantity. So E dot A है it is the dot product of two vectors, so it will be a scalar. So we can say that electric flux is basically a scalar quantity. Electric flux is a scalar quantity. E dot A is a scalar quantity. One more thing now, What is the SI unit of electric flux? SI unit of electric field E is what? Newton per coulomb, and area vector A, it is meter square. So SI unit of electric flux is nothing else but what? It is Newton meter square per coulomb, right? Then dimension of electric flux, हम इसका dimension formula ढूंढना है. Dimension of electric flux, Newton force M1 L1 T minus 2 meter square, it is L2 coulomb T1 A1. So this will be M1 L3 T minus 3 and A minus 1. This is nothing else but we can say dimension formula of electric flux. याद रखिए फ्लक्स के बारे में तीन चार चीजें जो हमें याद रखनी है. फ्लक्स इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू व्हाट? E dot A, or it is EA cos theta. Flux is a scalar quantity which is having SI unit of Newton meter square per coulomb, and we also have the dimension formula of flux, that is M1 L3 T minus 3 A minus 1. Now flux is scalar. Flux is scalar, that we all know. So electric flux can be positive, negative or zero. Electric flux, it can be positive, it can be negative, it can be zero. We just discussed different situations over here. Suppose there is a area and the direction of area vector A and electric field E, as we have discussed in earlier equation. Over here the angle between electric field and area vector A, theta, is less than 90 degree. If theta is less than 90 degree, electric field line will be coming out of that area. जब भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन की सरफेस में बाहर आ रही है, तो ये हमारा वॉल जो सरफेस है, ये एरिया वेक्टर से बाहर तरफ है, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड उसमें से बाहर आ रही है, then angle between E and A, theta, will be less than 90 degree. In this equation of theta, we all know in first quadrant is greater than 0. So therefore flux, which we write as EA cos theta, तो फ्लक्स भी जो है हमारा यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव हमें मिलेगा. तो आप चीज समझ रहे हैं. जब भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस whenever it is coming out of any surface, we consider that flux to be positive flux. Whenever electric field lines are coming out of any surface, that flux is considered positive flux. But if electric field lines are moving in the surface, चलिए अगर इस तरह की सिचुएशन होगी, ये E होता और ये एरिया वेक्टर होता हमारा, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? एरिया वेक्टर बाहर की तरफ है और फील्ड लाइन जब उसके अंदर जा रही है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन जब मूविंग इन, देन दिस एंगल थीटा बिटवीन डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड एरिया वेक्टर A, वो जो है वो ऑब्ट्यूज होता. थीटा विल बी ग्रेटर देन 90 डिग्री. अगर सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में है एंगल, तो सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में cos फंक्शन की वैल्यू नेगेटिव होती है, cos थीटा विल बी लेस देन 0, and therefore flux will be less than 0. You are getting it? Whenever field lines are coming out of surface, that flux will consider as positive flux. Whenever field lines are going into the surface, that flux will consider to be as negative flux. But now, if this is the area, अगर ये एरिया है and area vector इस तरह है outward normal, area vector सॉरी इस तरह है outward normal, हमेशा यही होगा area vector outward normal. And if electric field lines are parallel to the surface, field lines are parallel to the surface, then angle between electric field lines and area vector, this theta will be equal to 90 degree. अगर ये theta 90 डिग्री है तो cos theta की वैल्यू क्या होगी? 0, and if cos theta is 0, flux in this case will also be equal to 0. You are getting this? Electric flux can be positive, negative or 0. Electric flux is a scalar quantity. If field lines are coming out of the surface, if angle between E and area vector is theta, अगर वो angle 90 डिग्री से कम है, then flux is positive. If over here, like this way, if electric field lines are moving into the surface, then flux can be considered as what? Negative. And if they are parallel to surface, electric field lines are parallel to surface. Parallel to surface I am saying, not saying parallel to area vector. The parallel to area vector होगा theta 0 हो जाएगा. मैं क्या बोलूँ? Parallel to surface. That means angle between E and A will be 90 degree. In that case, flux will be equal to 0. These are some regular surface जिसमें हम कैसे इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स जो है वो ढूंढ सकते हैं. लेकिन there is one more question that arises in our mind. There is one more question that is arising in our mind. What if our surface is like this way, irregular? अगर ये surface है irregular surface, कोई भी आपका surface है जो एक single plane में नहीं है, तो इसका flux हम कैसे ढूंढेंगे? How we find out the electric flux that is associated with this irregular surface? So what we can do? We can divide this surface into multiple, you can say segment. ये पूरे surface को हमने multiple segments में divide कर दिया. You can see over here area vector in this case is say small a1. ये जो छोटा surface है उसका area vector a2 है. Like this way ये जो area vector है let us say it is an. Getting it? An electric field in each region is given as say vector e1, vector e2. Even electric field is not uniform. Vector e3. So we can say divided this entire surface into number of smaller segments, smaller parts. Now flux that is linked with this small area A1, I will call it as delta phi 1. Delta is a very small, we can say, region. Flux with that small region can be written as E1 dot A1. अगर एरिया भी छोटा है तो delta A1, delta A2 या delta AN लिख सकते हो. So E1 dot delta A1. The flux that is associated with this smaller part delta phi 2, it can be written as E2 dot delta E2. Flux that is related to this smaller part delta phi 2 is E2 dot delta E2. Similarly, flux that is linked with this n part will be En dot delta An. So these are the flux that is been linked with each small part. I have given over here one represent only 3 segments, but you may consider this entire surface is distributed in such small parts. So therefore, what is flux basically? Flux is number of field lines that are passing through given area. आप पूरे एरिया का number of field lines एक साथ ढूंढ लो. और what you can do? You can find out number of field lines passing through given area of each small area. Then total flux that is linked with this entire area is nothing else but it is sum of flux linked with each small, you can say, region. So total flux that is linked with this entire surface can be written delta phi 1 plus delta phi 2 up to delta phi n. It will be E1 dot delta A1 you can write down as summation of I1 to n electric field EI dot डेल्टा AI। और अगर ये हमारा जो एरिया है या सरफेस है, if it is a continuous surface, then this summation can be replaced with integration of electric field E dot dA, and this is nothing else but what? As by written, it is surface integration. dA means it is understood only. It is surface integration of electric field E, okay, over given region is known as flux. तो फ्लक्स की एक और